This a bot man too. I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit. Alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rubber.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop ball. I die for, I let my colors fly, ball. For a nigga take me, they a drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop head. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did, it really go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they say about that ribbon like petty poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my life feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on One West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's by any little nigga, this that cult, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it'll never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. UPK, bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been the showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that One West up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's One West practical, gladiator, maximal. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapid. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no car, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it'll never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
This video taken by the ISUPK is posted on the school's website and on YouTube. He says he and members of his Christian Bible school are well within their First Amendment rights. But shop owners say they've heard enough. Today in court, their lawyers argued the group is trespassing. In addition, they say the group's offensive.
Niggas want me dead. Crackers too, but these coon ass niggas, they for the feds. My stick full of lead. In case these whole niggas try me, man, I might have to make that bed. No need to even flex. Cause how I walk it, how I talk it, let you know my speech direct. You heard what I said. Another move, your life passing through your mind, now you're big. And I'm fresh like a motherfucker. Niggas hating cause they more want us. I'm just coolin' by myself, but now they all on me. Shut up, bitch, eat a dick, I don't wanna love you. Sippin' that pool, wow, got you laced up out your shoe now. Look what you finna do, wow, it's hot. Hop around these niggas till you flop. I'm busy getting mine, but all these niggas wanna duck. But it's cool, let me know I'm on the top. Steady in the courtroom, always fighting cops. Call the white man the devil, and that's off the top. So they try to stop my movement with a block, but I beat the case every damn time, so they watch. Waiting on a nigga to try to make me slip up. Walking up on me like homeboy, what's in your cup? Do you have any drugs? Well, let me see the slugs. Make it your bitch ass back, get mad, you ain't getting love. Your wife made you clip it damn nuts, yeah, I know. Crazy what cool people will do for these hoes. But I ain't even pressed, I see why you going on. My nigga, you dead wrong, but never get it on.
Black and white land, shit is crazy.
Black and
preach
white
about how
man
they
shit is
hate white
crazy.
people, how
I'm
they
freshen up, cleaner than the motherfucker. Good juice in my cup is redder than the blood sucker. Drip on leak, yeah, drip on me. Hey, talking about, but what the fuck do you mean? Yeah, you see these damn bitches, they be choosing on me. But I don't want the bitch, but that bitch drooling on me. I get to walking on the girl, she wanna moving with me. But I won't have it cause she easy like spaghetti, homie. Unleash it to the G. Who is he? That nigga from SC? Get your level straight before you approach a G. Zion TC 0013. Sits on the stick, it got me cruising off the scene. The fuck do you mean? Yeah, nigga, yeah. They nigga be hating, but they can't penetrate us. Tryna shoot at us now or later, but I'ma get you now. Potato on the bow, blank, blow.
But even 30 years later, videos don't necessarily lead to convictions of officers. Advocates for reform say that needs to change.
Shaw, that's AJR.
Shaw, man, you know what I'm saying? Realest nigga out here, man. Nigga turned up, feel me? Nigga turned the city up, fucking with his music. We out of pull right
Where we at though? Where we at?
Greenville, South Carolina, man.
Where we at?
Shout out Shaw, man. Turned up, man.
Damn right.
Fuck with him, man.
Get him in there. Right. Birds, you did. There go, brother. Clap it up. Shalom Israel, Yabashim Yoshabrakam to the brother them, the Akyam, Wa Yoshimal Dam Bashim Yoshai to the Akwatian sisters. In the Hebrew, this is the Monday night law class. We are the ISUPK, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the command of General Yohana. And we teach that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, God's chosen people. Okay? That means that all the nonsense we've been keeping up for since 19 when, 18 when, 17 when has got to stop. You've got to get yourself down to one of the schools globally, the ISUPK under the command of General Yohana, and start learning this truth. These records belong to us, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They're ours alone. We wrote them. It's for us. Full time now, we start to understand this and come home to the truth, the One West Doctrine, ISUPK. This is the only place you're going to get the truth. Okay, we're going to run through some of the things we've got going on in the school. Then we're going to go straight into tonight's class. So Monday night, like I said, we've got the Monday night law class, run from the school. Tuesday night, we've got the brotherhood class. Wednesday night, the history class. Thursday night, the scripture breakdown class. Friday night, the Lashawan Kodash class. All classes are streamed live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube from 7 till 9. Okay, any questions, you can type them in the stream. We'll get straight to you ASAP and address your questions almost immediately. If not immediately, have a little patience and we'll get to you. Okay, the live classes that are from the school from 7 to 9 is the Monday night law class. This is when the doors open and we'll be teaching from the actual school. So that's the Monday night law class, the Wednesday night history class, and the Thursday night scripture breakdown class. After the Lashawan Kodash on a Friday, from 10 to 11, we have the podcast or the radio show On the Ends with Officer Dungabar and Captain Karathia. And then Saturday morning, we have a Sabbath service in the school from 10 to 11. And then from 12 to 1, we hit the street for street camp. 1 week, we're in Birmingham Central. And the next fortnightly, we're in Leicester Central by the clock tower. Okay, we'll give you the postcode to the school. Have you got a postcode to the school, Mosa?
B18 5PW.
Okay, so that's B18
5PW.
5PW, and that's a
PW.
B18 5PW. Okay, and that's a 394 Lodge Road, Hockley, Birmingham. Okay, let's get straight into tonight's class because with no further ado, because we're running a little bit late through a slight technicality we had with the laptop. It's everything sorted out now. Tonight's class is called There's a Storm Coming, called Judgment. So
What do you think that entails, Mozart? There's a storm coming, and it's called judgment. So there's a storm coming. There's a storm coming, and it's called judgment. Okay, Officer Mozart's a little tied up at the minute, so yeah, I'll go through. Yeah, there's a storm coming called judgment. Now, okay, from our records, and we tell you this every week. Our records are so important. Okay, so from our records, we know that judgment is coming. Now, what is that judgment, Mozart?
Judgment of the Most High.
The judgment of the Most High. Who's coming down? Who's coming back to
Yahushai.
Serve that judgment?
Yahushai and the angels.
Yahushai, aka Jesus Christ, with his band of military angels. Now then, this judgment, Mozart, is it all going to be punishment?
No.
So what's this judgment going to be? What does it entail?
It entails a twofold. It entails a twofold. Some people are going to get the reward for doing good, and the others are going to get the reward for them doing bad.
Okay, so if whoever didn't hear that in class or online, Officer Mozart said there's twofold to this judgment. Judgment can be a reward, or judgment can be a punishment, according to our records. So we're going to have a look at these. We're gonna basically have a look at mainly the punishments, because we don't want our people running around out there thinking they're do-gooders, they don't rob or kill, and they're waiting on a reward. No, we've got laws, statutes, and commandments in our records, and to get the reward of your judgment, you've got to be keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's the bottom line. That's the basis of our traditions and culture and our covenant with the Most High God, the vow that we inherited from our forefathers. And we are the descendants of these people. We are the descendants of the people that wrote these records. They're ours. And one of the main issues that our people have got is that they don't take our records seriously. Why do we not take our records seriously, do you think, Mozart? Why are we not serious about our records?
Okay, if I may answer that. You see, over a period of time, we have been brainwashed. It is seared into our mind to turn against our God and our heritage, and to not to call ourselves by our biblical identity.
Do you want to elaborate?
So, in the time of the Nicene Council, and like in any of the nation that enslave us, we take on their identity and we take on their culture, not by desire or by own desire, but by their will and their.
Okay, so ideologies have been forced on us through captivities, through oppression, but over a period of time, periodically, we've learned to love and adore oppression. And we've learned to love and adore slavery. Just look at us up in that Christian church. That's a form of the Christian church is a form of slavery. And we've learned to love it dearly. My grandparents, most of my family learned to love a slave doctrine that is not in our records, nowhere to be found. And this is the problem we've got. This is the problem our people have got, blacks, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're so deep in a lie, we've actually learned to love that lie and hate the truth. We don't believe that this possibly could be our records or belong to us, because we wasn't taught that. We was taught that this our records belongs to the world, the entire world. And that's just not true. But let's dig into it tonight and have a look. Let's start off with Deuteronomy. Let's start off with the law. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 30, Baba Kashar, Officer Mozart. Let's start right there. Chapter 30, and we'll start at verse. We'll start at verse. Let's start at verse 10.
Okay. The book of Deuteronomy 30, verse 10. If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandment and his statutes, which are written in the book of the law.
Which are what?
Written in the book of the law.
Okay, so Moses is telling us this is a law. Moses is telling us to hearken. Moses is telling us to keep his commandments. Whose commandments? This is the Most High God's commandments given to Moses to be passed on to the children of Israel. This is us. So this is a law. It says to keep his commandments. A commandment is the law. Anywhere in the Bible you're commanded to do something, it becomes law automatically. This is not up for debate. This is not up for discussion. This is a fact, and this is what you won't learn in the Christian church. Anywhere you read a commandment in the Bible is a law. According to the Christian church, there's only 10 commandments. According to your Christian pastor, there's only 10 things we have to do for salvation. There's only 10 components to this law. And that are the 10 commandments according to your Christian pastor. But according to our records, there's 613 laws. There's 613 laws that must be learned and applied. Okay, so we have a grace period and we have a thing that's called we have sacrificial laws. Yeah, so remember the laws broke into 4 categories: ceremonial, civil, moral, and dietary. Okay, so the sacrificial laws, they are not being upheld to this day. Yeah, so the 603 laws that your Christian pastor will teach you in church that are done away with, that's not true. But we can't keep the sacrificial laws. Okay, and we know according to our records that Christ was the ultimate sacrifice. Okay, so we don't need to sacrifice our lamb after a year with unblemished lamb, or our oxen, or our goats. We don't need to make these sacrifices anymore. We're scattered to the 4 corners of the earth. And according to the Bible, these laws don't need to be kept anymore, because we've already had the ultimate sacrifice when Christ gave his life for our sins. But all the other civil laws must be kept.
That's right.
The moral laws, the dietary laws, the ceremonial laws, these are not done away with. But according to your Christian pastor, they're done away with, and we can do what the hell we want. Well, that's not in our records. That's not in the records. This law and your vow isn't out of your reach. We act and behave like it's too hard. It's too damn hard. We can't do this. We can't keep this. I can't stop eating shrimp. I can't stop smoking weed. I can't stop lying. I can't stop doing this. I can't stop doing that. These laws are not out of your reach, and we're going to go on and read why they're not out of our reach. Read on, Baba Kashar.
Go on, Khan. To keep this commandment and his statutes, which are written in this book of the law.
Okay, hold it right there and drop to. Just drop down to. Okay, just bear with me 1 second. Well, this is a commandment. It is not in heaven. Okay, read verse 12, Baba Kishar.
Come on. Verse 12. It is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven?
Okay, so why is your Christian pastor teaching you that these laws were 3,500 years ago, 3,000 years ago, recorded in the ancient days, and they're just not realistic today? They're out of your reach. Don't you know there's a damn judgment for breaking these laws, for breaking your vow with the Most High God? That is that storm that's coming. That is that judgment you're going to face. And without these laws, you're getting no reward. Do we all understand this? Because this is so predominantly, this is so predominant to why we're in the mess we're in today. This is so evident to why we're in the mess we're in today, because we've been listening to that Christian pastor for so long and believing his lies that these laws are out of our reach. They cannot be, they cannot be reached, they cannot be fulfilled when they can.
That's
they can,
right.
and we're going to find out. Read that again, Baba Kishar.
Verse 12. It is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, who shall...
Salakia, go back, jump back to verse 11 and read 11 for me, Baba Kishar.
Verse 11. For this commandment which I command thee this day.
Okay, so this commandment, this law, which I command thee this day, must be done. Read.
It is not hidden from thee.
It is what?
It is not hidden from thee.
No, we can't reach it. Read.
Neither is hidden.
No, go back and read it.
For this commandment.
No, just read it from it is not hidden.
It is not hidden from thee.
No, it's too hard to reach.
It is not hidden from thee.
Read.
Neither is it far off.
Okay, so according to Moses, it can be reached. It's not hidden. It's not too far away. Why? Jump down to verse 18. Read verse 18.
Verse 18. I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish.
Salakia, jump back to verse 13.
Verse 13. Neither is it beyond the sea.
Neither what?
Neither is it beyond the sea.
Read.
That thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it.
Okay, so who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it? Does this sound like it cannot be completed? Does this sound like it cannot be reached? Does this sound like something that is so old and ancient it's impossible to be done or kept?
No.
Let's not forget, according to the Bible, the Most High God doesn't change his mind. So what was the law 5,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago is still the law today. Nothing hasn't changed. Nothing doesn't change. The Most High God doesn't wake up one morning. He doesn't even sleep. But imagine your boss slept and you had a boss that never ever changed his mind, never changed the rules, never changed the work times. And he woke up one day and everything had changed. He turned everything upside down on its head. This is what your pastor wants us to believe about our records, that God has changed his time with technology, LGBTQ, with defiling your temple, so that we can break all these laws. We know what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah. So why the hell do you think you can lie down with a man today and tell and and tell the priests and the prophets of the ISUPK under the command of General Johanna, God doesn't hate you because you're a homosexual, because he's changed now. This isn't the times of Sodom and Gomorrah. God's different now. He's changed with the times. This is what I keep hearing. I keep hearing everywhere I go. The Most High God's changed with the times. And I want you to show me in our record. Listen, we've got these records for a reason. This ain't no joke. But our people want to take this thing for a joke, our records for a joke. God does not change his mind. Never has done, never will do. And if he ever did, you'd know about it. And if he ever did or proclaimed to, he would have put it in his records. The Most High God does not change his mind. Men cannot lay with men. You cannot defile your temple. You can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. You can't sleep with your neighbor's wife.
That's right.
These things are abominable to the Most High God. They're filthy. And while you're up in that Christian church learning this nonsense, you're filthy too. Read.
Okay. Verse 14. But the word is very nigh.
The word is what?
Very nigh.
Okay, so the truth is very close to us. The truth is very near. Moses he's gave us the truth. All we've got to do is apply it to our lives. Read.
Okay. Unto thee in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it.
Okay, so that's Moses is telling us here. This is the secret, okay? The Christian pastor doesn't get this because he cannot break the code of the Bible. He hasn't got the spirit to understand this. He hasn't got the knowledge or the wisdom. Why? Because he hasn't been given it. Okay, Moses is telling you the truth is within your reach. The truth is right here in the ISUPK under the command of General Johanna.
That's
the
right.
truth is right at the end of your nose, but you choose to swerve it. You choose to ignore it. You choose to turn a blind eye and go straight to that Christian church, straight to that mosque, straight into whatever religion or denomination you've been stuck up in for years or raised in. Instead of reading your records, studying your records, and joining the ISUPK under the command of General Johanna and getting the real breakdowns of our records.
That's right.
We're going to come back to Deuteronomy 30 a little more. Get me 1 Peter 4 and 17, Baba Kashar. There's a storm coming, and it's called judgment. Now, your judgment can be a reward or it can be a punishment. That's down to you. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and native Indians. It's down to you. You've got a choice. You've got a choice. If you show the willingness to want to be a priest of the Most High God, you can receive the Spirit of the Most High God. But you're not going to do it out there on your own. You've got to get down to your local ISUPK school and get these breakdowns and start to understand who God is and start to understand who your people are and start to understand why we have these records and stop being so ashamed of our records. This is nothing to play with and it's nothing to be ashamed of. This is something to aspire to and inspire your children's generation after generation.
That's right.
1 Peter 4 and 17, Baba Kashar.
The book of 1 Peter 4:17. For the time is come that judgment must begin.
Hold on. For time has come. Listen, the indication is time is running out. The clock is ticking. This is not a game, Israel. Read that again, Baba Kashar.
For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God.
Why must judgment begin with us? Because let's not mix our words. The house of God is you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, according to our records. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. No one else. We are the descendants of the Hebrew Israelites, the children of Israel. This starts with us, the house of God. Read.
And if it first begin at us,
And if it first begins at us, judgment, then
what shall the end of them that obey not the gospel of God?
wow, that is about as deep as it gets. In Zechariah 13 and 8, it says 2/3 are going to be cut off and left therein to die. This is a reference to that. Read that again, Baba Kishore.
Okay. Verse
17.
For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end of them that obey not the gospel of God?
Okay, so if judgment starts at us, yeah, read that last bit again, Baba Kishore.
Okay. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end of them that obey not the gospel of God?
Okay, so for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begins with us, the children of Israel, the priests and prophets of the Most High God in the ISUPK under the command of General Yohana, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God? We're talking about the 2/3 in Zechariah 13 and 8. We're talking about the 2/3. And this is talking about those that shall not obey God or the gospel of the Most High God, the disobedient, the 2/3. That is a punishment. Your judgment is a punishment. There is no reward for the disobedient. There is no reward. Do we all understand this?
That's right.
Read verse 18, Baba Kusha, the root.
Verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved.
And what?
And if the righteous scarcely be saved.
So if the righteous just about make it, just about receive a reward, the righteous, read.
Where shall the ungodly and the sinners appear?
Wow. Wow. Detrimental. If the priests and the prophets of the ISUPK under the command of General Yohana, the ones of us that believe in our records and apply it to the letter of the law, if we're just scraping in by the skin of our behinds, then what of the 2/3 left therein? You got something for us, Moses?
Can you remember the tune that Bob Marley sing about what will happen to the man who has hurt all mankind? Bob Marley realized, look now, man, I'm not classified in this saving, you know.
Yeah.
So what about the man who has hurt all mankind?
I
Where is
remember,
his place?
Bob Marley's a heathen.
Exactly. So
There
he
you go.
realized it.
He knew.
Just like Charles T. Russell nearly hung himself when he realized
Because
Ain't got no place for him.
these guys have got the spirit of their fathers.
can.
And their fathers have the spirit of the devil. Read that again, Bob Kishore,
Come on,
verse
can.
18.
Verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinners appear?
Okay, so we shall be judged first. Yeah, that part is evident. The 12 tribes of Israel, the house of God, we shall be judged first. And you can only imagine what judgment is facing the disobedient, the ones that do not obey the gospel of the Most High God. Okay, it's not going to be a fun time for you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Imagine what the 17 heathen nations are looking to face on top of their World War III disaster. Burn. Not only fire burn them, they're going into slavery. Israel, is this what we really want? Is this what we are aspiring to in that Christian church and in that Islamic mosque? Is this what we really want? Or do we want to learn our records and know who we are and come back to the Most High God? Stop thinking that you're in that church for a reason and you haven't been chosen. You have got a choice. If you're listening to this broadcast now, you've been given the chance to listen to this for a reason. If you get the chance to listen to Officer Dungabar, General Mahaiman, General Yohanna, any of the generals in the ISUPK, Captain Karathia, Captain Mashak, Captain Akkad, any of the high-ranked men in the ISUPK, any of the high-ranked officers, any of the middle and low-ranked officers, it's for a reason. There is no coincidence you're hearing this truth. It's up to, once you hear this truth, it's up to you. It's your decision. It's your choice. You can either look forward to that storm that's coming. I mean, let's not mix words. Everybody's going to face a judgment, but not all judgments are going to be punishable. Not all judgments are going to be punishments.
That's
you understand?
Right.
Do you think General Yohanna's facing a punishment? General Yohanna is facing a reward. He's the reason we're all here today.
That's right.
Without him, there wouldn't be any ISUPK. So this is something you've got to turn that light bulb on, Israel. You've got to turn that switch on up here. And you've got to start thinking for yourself and stop letting that Christian pastor, the Rastafarian elder who's tapping into your head, and them imams in the mosque dictate what you do. You've got to start thinking for yourself so you can hear this truth and make that conscious decision. Because there's a storm coming called judgment. And that judgment, you do not want it to be a punishment. Believe you me. If you can make your judgment a reward, then isn't that the way forward for you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? And believe you me, the only way you're getting that reward is in the ISUPK under the command of General Yohanna. There's no other way. You can't get that reward in one of these fake Israelite groups. You might as well stay in that damn church. There's just no way it's going to work out for you. No way. The law keepers will just make it. So what of the law breakers? The law breakers will wish they can do it all again. But tick tock, like we keep telling you every week, your time is running out. This world is coming to an end. It's not going to last forever. Salakia, forever. It's not going to last forever, this life, this kingdom. This kingdom's wicked as hell, and it's going to be dealt with. It's going to get dealt with. You don't want to be on the wrong side when them clouds crack and our king returns. Believe you me, the storm is coming, and it's called judgment. You choose which judgment's for you. Do you want to be punished or do you want a reward? You choose. Let's go to 2 Chronicles, Baba Kashar. 2 Chronicles 7:14. Let me know when you're there, Baba Kashar. Officer Moza.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want your reward, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, pay attention. Listen to this. Read.
2 Chronicles.
2 Chronicles 7:14.
7:14. The book of 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name,
So if my people, which are called by my name, read,
shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and return from
and
their
turn,
wicked
and
ways.
not return, and turn.
And turn from their wicked ways. Then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sins.
Okay, so there's time for you guys, you brothers and sisters in that Christian church and in that mosque. There's time. There's time for you. There's time for you. It says right here. Read that again, Baba Kishore.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face.
So you've got to humble yourself. You've got to pray. You've got to look for the Most High God. He's telling you, you've got to be in the ISUPK. You've got to walk through one of these doors. It doesn't matter what country, what state you're in. You can find an ISUPK school all over the Caribbean, all over America, all over the United Kingdom. And there's more places. We've got Trooper Ira, soon to be an officer, Lord allow, in Amsterdam. We're going to have schools all over Europe, Lord allow. You know, we're going to have schools all over the world in these last days, in this wicked kingdom, pulling our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, out of them damn Christian churches, out of them condemned mosques, out of these lies and into the truth, out of the dark and into the light. There's no dark shadows where we are. Do you understand? We teach the truth in here. We love our people. We want our people saved. We want our people to face that storm and collect their reward. We don't want you punished and put into slavery. Not even for 10 years, much less 1,000. We don't want you facing the wrath of the Most High God. You don't want to face the wrath of the Most High God. Believe you me. Believe you me. Read on, Baba Kishore.
Karwan Khan, and turn from their wicked ways. Then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land.
Okay, so the Most High God says if we turn from our wicked ways, swallow our pride, swallow our ego, pray and look for him and him alone. Forget Thor, forget Jehovah, forget Allah, forget Jah, forget Buddha, forget Onan, forget Zeus, forget all these nonsensical make-believe characters you call gods, call creators. They never created nothing. They've never created nothing in their lives. They never did anything. There's no records of them. Okay? Forget them. Swallow your pride, swallow your ego, run from sin, and the Lord will deal with you again. Get out of that Christian church, get out of that mosque, and the Most High God will deal with you again. Get yourself down to the ISUPK, your nearest school in your nearest state, your nearest county, your nearest city, under the command of General Yohana, and the Most High God will deal with you again. Forgiveness comes from him. You've got to be sincere. You've got to be sincere. You've got to be humble. It says it right here. You've got to swallow your ego, swallow your pride, pray, and keep your vow with him.
That's right.
Run from sin. Run from sin like you're running from an earthquake.
You're running for your
and
life.
He'll receive you with open arms.
That's right.
He'll receive you with open arms. Read that again, Baba Kishore.
Karwan Khan. Book of 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land.
And the Most High God says he will hear you from heaven. He knows if you're sincere. If you're sincere in this truth, he will hear you and he will deal with you. And you're stuck up in that Christian church thinking, it's out of my reach. I'm too far gone. Even in the streets, you're selling drugs to your own people, whoring out our women, thinking, I'm finished. I've been gully gutter for too long. There's no way back. But we're here to tell you and to teach you there is a way back according to our records. There's a way back through your local ISUPK school. All you've got to do is take that step through the doors. You will be welcomed. Our people are welcome in all our schools all over the world. You can't bring your drugs in here. You can't bring your weapons in here. But you can bring a clean spirit and a clean mind and a clean heart and a sincere self-being, willing to learn, to open your mind, to open your heart, to hearken, to listen and to learn. Those amongst us that are prepared to do that are going to receive this truth. The choice is yours. This is not difficult, Israel. This is not difficult, Israel. This is not difficult. I stood on the other side of that door once and I thought, I'm scouring through YouTube around about 2017, 2018, scouring through YouTube, seeing all these Israelite groups, thinking, wow. Not knowing that they were Christian anyway, but thinking, wow, how the hell do I do that? How the hell do you keep all them laws, statutes, and commandments? The Sabbath every Saturday, 52 weeks a year, observe it. The dietary law. How am I going to stop eating shrimp fried rice? You got something, Mozart?
Can.
Just let me finish. The moral laws. How am I gonna tell my wife when it's that time of the month, I'm either gonna sleep on the sofa or she better wrap up and keep herself clean? How am I gonna keep all these laws? I've never lived like this before. But that shows you how filthy we really are when we're not in this truth. This shows you how unappealing we are to the Most High God when we're not observing and practicing our records. And that's why we keep telling you every week how important our records are. Without this, you can clearly see in all our communities, we are nothing. We're dirt. We're impoverished. We're in poverty. We're in jail. We're strung out on drugs. We're whoring ourselves out. Without our records, we're filth.
That's right.
We're absolute filth. And we'll get up Sunday morning and go to that damn Christian church and think we're cleansing ourselves. How deluded are we as a people? Salakia, you had something for us, Mozart.
Come on, Khan. See, as we are the living example of changing who we were to who we are now, when you see, you can get up and easily run out on the road and go commit sin, it's the same way we just get up and say, okay, we don't want to live this sinful life no more. We know what we value. We know our purpose. And in the ISUPK, you can accomplish the same thing free. Not like in the Christian church, they charge you to tell your lies. And you gladly put on your Sunday best and you're gone down there to listen to lies. And you clap, up, skip, and jump. Right in sinful things same way.
That's so true. It's so true. So right. Because I remember when I was a kid, I remember coming out of the Baptist church. I must have been about 6, 7. One of the first things I ever read in the Bible was these Jews being a special people. And I remember being quite emotional and walking home that day, a bit upset and crying. And my grandma said, what's wrong? What's wrong, son? I remember saying to her, why didn't God make me one of these Jews? Why are we not one of these Jews? Look how special they are in the Bible. And I bet when I'm given 50p or a pound, I have to run shop for milk or bread. If I was a Jew, I bet I could just hover and levitate and fly all the way to the shop and all the way back. Just crazy things like this. But lo and behold, look at that. All these years later, our records have brought me back to God, brought me back to the ISUPK under the command of General Yohana, brought me back to the prophecies and the priesthood and my vow with the Most High God. And all that time, that spirit dwelt in me. I was a Jew without even knowing it. And that's how distorted the Christian church is, because it pulls us so far away from God. We can't even spell God's name. We can't speak our language. We think we're African. We think that everything that goes on in that Christian church is righteous when it's upside down and there's not a word of truth in there. My God, what a stark reality to come out of there and come into the truth.
Man.
Believe you me. Get me the book of Acts, Baba Kashar.
The book of Acts.
Give me the book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 31.
Book of Acts, 17:31. The book of Acts 17, verse 31. Because he had appointed. Because he has appointed a day in the which he will judge the world.
Okay, so because he hath appointed a day in the which he will judge the world, read.
In righteousness.
In righteousness. He will not only, he's going to judge the world in righteousness. Mozart, who's going to judge the world in righteousness?
Starting the Most High, but Christ is the one coming to execute judgment.
Give that a hand. So, of course, it starts with the Most High, but he's putting his trust in his only begotten Son to bring that judgment and serve it. That's Hamashiach Yahushai, who the world Jesus Christ. That's what this precept is talking about. This is talking about Christ coming back with that righteous judgment. Read that again, Baba Kashar, from the top.
What is it again?
Verse 31.
31. Verse 31. Because he hath appointed a day in the which he will judge the world in righteousness by the man whom he hath ordained.
By that man whom he hath ordained. That day is getting closer and closer and closer. That day of judgment, that storm that's coming is getting closer by the minute, by the hour. Read.
Okay. By that man whom he hath ordained, wherefore he hath given assurance unto all men, in that he hath raised him from the dead.
Okay, and this is he's talking about the resurrection of Christ. He has been raised from the dead. How many of us have been raised from the dead?
Spiritually?
We're not talking about regeneration. We know that we die
Okay.
and our flesh goes into the ground.
Okay.
Our spirit goes back to the Most High. And we come back when the Most High says so, and He allows us to have a new body. This is not talking about that. This is talking about a resurrection. Christ in the same body, with the same flesh, was brought back.
Right.
Do we all understand this?
That's right.
Read that again, Baba Kishore.
Come on, come. Verse 31. Because He hath appointed a day in the which He will judge the world in righteousness by that man whom He hath ordained. Wherefore He hath given assurance unto all men, in that He hath raised Him from the dead.
Okay, and this is a numbers game, Moses. This is a numbers game. When the numbers are in,
Okay.
the 144,000 elect and the 1/3 in the truth in the ISUPK under the command of General Yohana, it's a numbers game. That hour will fall upon us. And we don't know that hour because we don't know the numbers. We don't know. Only the Most High God knows this information. It's not for me and you to know. Okay? Someone has been ordered to come back here and judge the wicked in this wicked ass kingdom and judge the righteous in this wicked ass kingdom. Okay, so that storm's coming, and that storm that's coming is called judgment, and that judgment is called Hamashiach Yahushai, the Most High God's only begotten Son, Jesus Christ. Read that again, Baba Kishore.
Because He hath appointed a day in the which He will judge the world in righteousness by that man whom He hath ordained. Wherefore He hath given assurance unto all men, in that He hath risen Him from the dead.
And you see why it's so important to stop playing with this. Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay. Take
I can just
take a minute if you need it, Mark. So we've got to start taking our records a little bit more seriously. We've been playing way too long, especially up in that Christian church. We're playing with this. We're playing with it. And this is nothing to play with. You're playing with our records. You're playing with the Most High God. I'm telling you, there's a storm coming and it's called judgment. Let's get ourselves on the right side of the Most High God. Let's get ourselves on the righteous side. We've got to be tired of being wicked. Before I heard this truth and came into this truth, I was wicked as hell my entire life. We're not going to go into the ups and downs of my wickedness, but we're all wicked. If you're not in this truth, you're wicked. And if you think you can be righteous without picking back up your vow with God, knowing our records, being in the UPK, then you're delusional, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You're just as delusional as I was before I came into the truth. Just as delusional. Do you want to get numbers 30 and 2, Baba Kishore? We've got to stop taking our records for a joke. We've got to take our records a lot more seriously than we do. The time of us sitting up in that Christian church saying, I believe in the Bible, I believe in God, that's washed. And it's not washing anymore. It's not washing anymore. The washing machine has stopped turning. It won't spin, it won't wash. You know, too many of us know now that there's something not quite right about that Christian church. And you've seen, if you've seen, what's the guy's name?
TD Jakes?
No, the Wick. He got murdered this.
Yeah.
Kurt. Okay, so in the UK, they've had their EDL marches this week. Okay, so London, there was tens and thousands of them marching. What's the boy's name? What's the EDL leader's name? What's his name?
I've seen it, but I don't remember his name now.
Just Google his name for me quickly, Barbara. Let's get his name up.
Name of the EDL leader.
I saw a coach leaving from my city.
Tommy Robinson.
Tommy Robinson. I saw a coach leading from my city, and there must have been 100 people on this 60-man bus, 60-man coach, and they'd crammed 3 people into 2 seats. That's how many people wanted to get down on this coach. We're talking about Edomites. We're talking about the oppressor. And when they got down there, there was tens and thousands of them marching. There was marching in the name of against immigrants. Now, this has got nothing to do with us. They can march against however many heathen they want. But there's somehow they always manage to pull us into this, pull our names into this, the people of the Windrush. And if you're familiar with this Tommy Robinson,
yeah,
his thing is, this isn't about color, this isn't about race, this is about England and defending the moral ground of England and making a stance, because we're paying for all these immigrants coming in and getting free NHS, free dental care, free education, free policing. But hold on a minute. It was immigrants, the Windrush, the people in the 50s and 60s that came from the Caribbean, the West Indies, that built your dental care, that built your police programs, that built the NHS. Without our parents and grandparents, this country would be a flop. The entire nation would be a flop. And we have to listen to Tommy Robinson's rubbish about this isn't about race. This isn't about color. That's exactly what it's about.
That's
this is
right.
Another swipe at the children of Israel, the chosen people of the Most High God, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what this is a swipe at. Okay? And Tommy Robinson, you are the devil the Bible speaks of. That's right. EDL, you're the very thing that we lick out against. You're the very thing that Christ is coming back to destroy. And there's many more of you. You're just a group. You're just a sect. Did you get Numbers 30?
Numbers 30.
Yeah, Numbers 30 and 2. So if you're familiar with what's going on in the UK at the minute, Tommy Robinson and his band of racist thugs think that they're going to overturn whoever they think they're going to overturn. I think they're trying to overturn the government. They're talking about immigration laws, tightening them up, tightening up the borders, this and that. Pretty much a lot of the policies of Donald Trump. Okay, but at the end of the day, they've got no idea what they're talking about, or that he's not done his research in his history, because it was the first immigrants, so-called immigrants, that came to this country. We know that for 1,000 years we built up the techno in this country. We are the Romans that built the roads. We are the ancient Greeks that built cities and created concrete jungle. Not the oppressor or the Edomites. It was Israelite, Corinthians, Ephesians that built cities and concrete jungle. It was Israelite Romans that gave the world the roads, not the Edomite Romans that ended up in caves. Come on, you can't make this stuff up.
That's right.
You cannot make this stuff up. Numbers 30 and 2.
Okay.
The
The book of Numbers 30 verse 2. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath
Read that again, Baba
Come
Kishore.
on. If a man vows a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond.
Okay, so this is a law. This is a law. It is a sin to break your vow with the Most High God. This is a law. Says it right here. Read that again, Baba Kishore.
Okay. If a man vows a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his words. He shall do according to all that proceeded out of his mouth.
There you go. It's a done deal. It's a sin to break your vow with the Most High God. And when you're in the truth, diligency is the key. We've got to stay diligent. All the priests and the prophets in the ISUPK are diligent. We're diligent with this truth. It's repetitive, and we repeat ourselves, and we study, and we work hard, and we learn the truth, and then we come out and we relay it and give it to our people, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's our job. This is what we're ordained to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. When you're in this truth, you've got to be diligent with it. And leaving the truth or leaving the ISUPK under the command of General Yana, guess what, Officer Mozart? It's not an option. In fact, let's get it. 2 Timothy 4:3. Leaving the truth, once you're in this truth, leaving it is not an option. There you go. You're jumping out of the 1/3 hopeful into that 2/3. Zechariah 3:8 again. 13:8. Salakia.
Okay.
You're jumping out of the truth. You're going to leave ISUPK and go where? Where the hell are you going to go once you've been in the UPK? Where is there to go? There's nowhere to go. What are you going to do? Leave the ISUPK and go back to the church? Are you crazy? Are you a goddamn lunatic? You've left the devil, renewed your vow with the Most High God, only to go back to Satan. How crazy does that sound, Mozart?
That's ludicrous.
How
That's
crazy
way out
does
of
that
normal
sound?
functioning.
Just not. You can't make this stuff up. But some man have done it. Some man have behaved like this. Read that Bible, Kishore, when you read it.
Come on. 2 Timothy 4:3. Yeah.
This is a precept to Numbers 30:2, just to show you and illustrate and demonstrate what we're talking about here.
So the one can. 2 Timothy 4:3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
Okay, so the time will come when your ears get tired. The time will come when you get weary of keeping the truth. It's happened to some of us. It's happened to some of our people, you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You was in the ISUPK, and God knows what you're doing now. I don't know what the hell you're doing now or where you're at. Are you back in that church? You're in that mosque? You're in one of these fake Israelite groups teaching Christianity anyway? Read that again, Baba Kishore.
Okay. Verse 3. For the time will come when they shall not endure sound doctrine.
Read.
But after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears.
Teachers having itching ears, your pastors, your false doctrine, your lies, your non-truths. Read verse 4, Baba Kishore.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth.
There you go. It's a done deal. They will turn their ears away from what General Yohana has taught us. And this truth has been pushed since 1969. The One West Doctrine, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The home of the truth. Read verse 4 again, Baba Kishore.
Verse 4. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables.
Fables. Get the dictionary. Let's get
Foolishness.
the definition of fables. Just you can Google it as well.
Oh.
While I'm looking for it. Fables. What's it say? You got it?
Yes.
Go and read that for me, Barbecue Shaw.
Typically with fables. Fables.
You got it or you're not? You haven't got it.
I have it. Okay, it's a fable, a short story, typically with animals, a character, covering a moral.
Yeah, read it out again a little bit louder.
Come on, Khan. A short story, typically with an animal as character, covering a moral.
Okay, so and that's about it in a nutshell. According to the Zondervan's Bible dictionary, fable usually defined as a narrative in which animals and inanimate objects of nature are made to act and speak as if they were human beings. Okay, read that again, Baba Kashar.
Okay.
Verse 4.
Verse 4. Timothy.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned into animals. Do we all follow this?
That's
Do
right.
we all get this?
That's right.
Okay, so you lot up in the Christian church, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, if you've left this truth and gone back to that church, you're a goddamn animal. Do we all understand this?
That's right.
You're nothing more than an animal. And you might say, oh, well, okay, well, God created animals. I can take that. You're going to be dealt with like an animal because you're filth. If you've left this truth and gone into the church, you're filth. The animals are going to be treated better than you. Do you understand? Because you haven't got a righteous bone in your body. You haven't got a righteous bone in your body. There's a storm coming and it's called judgment. And you're going to face your punishment head on. There's no running and there's no hiding. Well, you can run, but you can't hide. You're going to be sought. You're going to be found. And you're going to face this. Every last one of you are. No getting away from this. Give me Psalms 37 and 28, Baba Kashar. No getting away from this. You can dig as many bunkers as you want. You can go down into the ground as far as you want. When that sky cracks open and Yahushua comes back, that storm is going to reach you. Believe you me. There's no getting away from this. Read that, Baba.
Psalms 37 verse 28. For the Lord loveth judgment.
The Lord what?
Loveth judgment.
Loveth what?
Judgment.
Read.
And forsook not his saints. They are preserved forever.
They are what?
Preserved forever.
So the saints are preserved forever. For the Lord loveth judgment. And that shows you the love of God is a reward and a punishment. He wants you to receive what you deserve. What's just? There's nothing more just than the Spirit of the Most High God. And what is just is you receiving your just rewards, or your judgment should be just. If you deserve a reward, you'll receive it. If you deserve a punishment, you're going to receive it. And there's no getting out of this, and there's no getting away from it. Read that again, Baba Kishore.
For the Lord loveth judgment, and forsooketh not his saints. They are preserved forever.
Okay. Okay, so we know from Psalms 37 and 28. We know that judgment is good and necessary according to the Most High God.
That's right.
It's good and it's necessary. If your bro is out of line, it is righteous to correct him. If you're doing it in humbleness and meekness, you are correct you are right to correct him. You're righteous to correct him. Read on.
Verse 29. Verse 28. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off.
There we go. There's that Zechariah 13 and 8 again. The seed of the wicked shall be cut off. You'll be cut off from your people. You'll be cut off from the Most High God. You'll be cut off from our King Yahushai. You'll be cut off from Israel. You'll be cut off from the new kingdom. You're not going to receive a reward. That storm that's coming is called judgment, and your judgment is punishment. It's going to be the worst punishment you can dream up in your head. And it's going to go on and on and on. And you're going to wish you had this chance again to have been in the ISUPK under the command of General Yahanna. But guess what? It's going to be too damn late. It's going to be too damn late. And that's why we tell you how serious you should be taking our records. That's why we tell you now's the time. Now's your chance to get it right. You're not going to get another chance after this. Who are the saints?
12 tribe of Israel.
Let's have a look. Get me Psalms. Get me Psalms 50 and 55. Babu Kashar. It says here, and we jump in, we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here because we've missed out a precept.
Psalms
the
50.
righteous shall inherit the land. So it says 37-20, the Lord loveth judgment and forsake not his saints. Let's get a precept and see who these saints are. We in the ISUPK know who the saints are. But for the listening audience, let's prove to you who the saints are. Who are the saints the Bible's talking about? Psalms 50 and 5, Babu Kashar of Samosa.
The book of Psalms 50 verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that I have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
Okay, so 5 says, gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Hold on, who made a covenant with the Most High God?
The 12 tribe of Israel.
The 12 tribes of Israel. And who doesn't get this and understand this? Let's get you a more plain, simple precept that you cannot dispute or question. Let's go to Psalms 148. And I think it's verse 14. We'll start at verse 14. Let's have a look. Okay, the head of his people. Yeah, read that for me, Babu Kashar. Who are the saints? Read.
Psalms 148 verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people.
The what?
Also exalted the horn of his people.
He also exalted the horn, the tip of his people. Read.
The praise of all his saints.
The praise of all his saints. Who are his saints?
12 tribe of Israel.
You're not reading, Mozart. Read.
He exalted the horn of his...
In fact, start it again. Read from the top.
Verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even to the children of Israel.
Okay, so it doesn't say to, it says of. So he also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord. Does it get any more black and white than this, you blacks, Hispanics, and native Indians? Does it get more simpler than this? Because this is not what you've been getting in the Christian church. This is as simple as it gets. Psalms 148, verse 14. The saints are the children of Israel. That's who we're talking about here. And if you want to be a saint, you've got to be in the ISUPK under the command of General Yohanna. You can't be a saint in that Christian church. You certainly can't be a saint in that Islamic mosque. Come on now. Stop playing with this, Israel. Stop playing. It's full time now. You wake yourselves up, shake yourselves down, shake yourselves loose, and start taking our records a little bit more seriously than you have done for your entire life. Because you've never, ever took our records seriously. If you're still in that Christian church, our records are a joke to you. Our records are a damn joke to you. You're not taking this seriously. Give me Joel 3 and 9. You sure you're okay, Mozart?
I'll be all right.
Okay, bro.
Joel 3.
If you need a break, just say
right.
so.
Joel 3 verse 9. Huh?
Joel 3 and 9.
Okay. The book of Joel 3 verse 9. Proclaim he this among the Gentiles.
Start again.
Okay. Joel 3 verse 9. Proclaim he this among the Gentiles.
Read.
Prepare war.
Do what?
Prepare war.
No, let's bang a tambourine in the Christian church.
Prepare war.
Let's hold hands in hands and run to the top of the hill singing Come by Army Lord.
Prepare war.
Read.
Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Is that the whole of verse 9?
You can.
Okay, so the Most High said, prepare war, for the end is nigh. The end is close. The end is near. Read that again and read verse 10.
Come. Verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Verse 10.
Okay, let's just before you read verse 10. Who are we talking about here in verse 9?
Talking about the Gentile race.
No. Well, they are Gentiles, but Gentiles can be Israelites or heathens. Who are we talking about specifically here?
What it says among the Gentiles, tell them to prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. So the mighty man could be the children of Israel?
No.
About the mighty, but I'll just tell it Gentile because what it says, it was referring to the Gentile people. Tell them to prepare war. Because that's the only person in tell them to go to war with.
Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so the mighty men that Joel's talking about here is Joel 3 and 9. Let me just. Okay, so proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. These Gentiles are heathens, Mozart. These are heathens. These are not Israelites.
But I did say that before. So
proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. These are the Arabs, the Edomites, the Elamites, the Hamites. Prepare them for war. Read.
Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Verse 10.
Let them come up.
Go on.
Let them come up here. Let them face what their judgment. Let them face the storm that's coming. They've got no idea what's coming, Mozart. Read.
Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Okay, so wake up your military, you damn heathens, because the Most High is bringing back his only begotten Son to serve up judgment, to serve up that storm and justice. Yeah? Your plowshare, what's a plowshare? Does anybody know what a plowshare is?
It's like it can be it can be anything that you use to till the soil to prepare the soil for.
A plowshare is a farmer's tool.
Yes.
A plowshare is a farmer's tool used for manual plowing. Read.
Come on. Verse 11. Assemble yourself and come all, ye heathens, and gather yourself together round about thither.
Salakia, we've missed something. Plowshares. So Joel says, the Most High God says through Joel, plowshares, turn your plowshares into swords. This is preparing for war, remember. Turn your pruning hooks into spears. What's a pruning hook? Self-explanatory.
Is that something that you use to pick fruits or something?
To pick fruits and prunes out of the tree. Okay. Let the weak say, I am strong. Verse 11, Baba Kishore.
Come on. Assemble yourselves and come all ye heathens, and gather yourself together.
Okay, so there we go. There's the key. The Gentiles cannot be Israelites. It says right here, they are heathen. No Israelites are heathens. The ones that are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that don't believe in God are in that Christian church and in the mosque and in all kinds of denominations and religions like Rastafarianism and Buddhism. They are Gentiles. They are not heathens because they still have the blood of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They still got a birthright and a nationality. They cannot be heathen. Heathens are people that are born outside the lineage of Jacob, outside of the bloodline of the 12 tribes of Israel, or one of the 12 sons of Jacob. If you're not from that lineage, you are a heathen. And there's 17 other nations, according to our records, that are heathen. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here in verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. Prepare yourself for that storm that's coming. Read. You see, it's not just us. It's not just you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's not just the 2/3 left therein to die that's going to face this storm. The whole world is going to face this storm. Read.
Thither, cause thy mighty men wants to come down, O Lord.
Okay, so thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Who are the mighty ones? Joel's calling to come down.
The angels.
For the Lord to come down. The angels, Hamashiach Yahushai, or Jesus the Christ's band of military angels. Read.
Verse 12. Let the heathens be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For
when he says the heathen, let the heathen be wakened. Awakened from what? What is Joel talking about here? This is in code, you know. This is in code. What is Joel talking about in verse 12 when he says, let the heathen be wakened? Okay, because then not all the heathen, billions and billions of heathens sleeping at the same time. We know that when the East is working, the West is asleep physically. And there's heathen nations in the West and there's heathen nations in the East. So what is this talking about if it's not talking about a physical sleep? What are we talking about here, Moses?
Spiritual sleep?
I'll take that, but be more precise. Can you be more precise?
It's because the law wasn't given to them. They're not consider it as nothing.
No, I'll break it down for you. Read it again. I'll break it down for you.
And I'll just close that up. Let's keep popping up.
12. Let
Verse
the heathen
12.
be wakened.
Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Okay, so all the heathen are waking up to the oppressor's wickedness. Who rules this kingdom?
The oppressor.
The oppressor, the so-called white man. Okay, who bows to him?
All nations.
All nations. The Africans, the Arabs, the East Indians. Who else is there?
Moab,
the Far
Haman.
East, the Chinese, the Japanese, they all have had some kind of corruption on them by the Europeans, by the oppressor. But now in this last day, and this is why you should start taking our records more seriously. They are so goddamn accurate. Mozart, our records are so accurate. Look, put the pandemics to one side at the minute.
Right.
Let's have a look at the wars in the world. Let's have a look at the threats to Trump and his administration. Didn't China tell America, if you help Ukraine, we'll help Russia? Didn't China tell America, if you join in with Israel or send planes into Iran, we're going to send our navy into the Middle East? You cannot make this stuff up, Mozart. Our records are so damn accurate, it's scary.
That's right.
This is no joke. And like we keep telling you every week, our records is nothing to play with. This is the home of the truth for a reason. We have our records for a reason. Read that again, Baba Kashar.
Khan. Verse 12.
Let's see how close our records are to the truth.
Let the heathen be awakened.
Let the other 17 nations, let the Japanese, the Chinese, the Iranians, let them be awakened from who? By who? Read.
Khan. And come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Okay, so they're being woke up to know that the oppressor is no goddamn good. They're all being woke up to know that the seed of Esau, these Edomites, this oppressive nation of people that live in Europe, come from the Caucasus Mountains, every other heathen nation are gathering against them. They're waking up to know that this is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You cannot make this stuff up. Our records are so accurate. Read.
Khan. For there will I sit to judge all the heathens round about.
Okay, so where's Jehoshaphat?
It's in the east.
Yes, it's in the east. Jehoshaphat is what today we'd call the Middle East. In fact, geographically and biblically, today, biblically, Jehoshaphat, in geographically today, they call it the Middle East. The oppressors called it that. It's not called Jehoshaphat anymore. According to the Bible, this is where it will all go down. This is where it will all take place and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. They're all going to be judged. Guess whose judgment's going to be the dirtiest, darkest judgment? Punishment. Whose storm do you think is going to be the severest?
No, that is Esau.
Esau. Esau. Do we need verse 13? Put ye in the sixth. No, drop that. Give me 2 Timothy 3:1, Baba Kashar. We're about home. We'll make this try and make this the last precept. Try and squeeze
2
one more.
Timothy 3:1.
Hold on. Let me get there, Baba Kashar. 2 Timothy. Where are we at? Okay. Read that, Baba Kashar, when you're ready.
The book of 2 Timothy 3 verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous time shall come.
Read that again, Baba Kashar.
This know also that in the last days perilous time shall come.
You cannot make this stuff up. Our records are nothing to play with. There's a storm coming and it's called judgment. Look what Timothy says. Read that again, Baba Kashar.
2 Timothy 3 verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous time shall come.
the last days you will see the storm coming, pandemics, World War III looming, everything upside down and gone to pot. Everything gone sideways, everything gone left. Perilous times. We're seeing this now, Mozart. Our records are devastatingly accurate. Devastatingly accurate. Devastating to the oppressor and these heathen nations. Not devastating to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in the ISUPK under the command of General Yohanna. We have nothing to fear. We have nothing to fear. We pray these precepts get rushed along, and the return of our King happens like yesterday. We can't wait for this to go down. But guess what? We have to be patient, and we have to be humble, and we have to wait for this. And that's the beauty of it. The reason why we have to wait will be revealed in the end. But wait, we will. We will slowly wait and be patient in the ISUPK under the command of General Yohanna. And when our King returns, we will receive our reward. Lord, allow. Read that again, Baba Kashar.
Okay. This know also that in the last days perilous time shall come.
There you go. That's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? Let's have a look at these last days. What should we know when the last? Does anybody know when this last day, when it's going to occur? When this storm lands? Do you know, Mozart?
No.
I don't know. Get me Matthew. Get me Matthew 24 and 36, Baba Kashar. We'll finish up right here in the book of Matthew. This will be the last precept of the night.
Matthew 24.
Verse 36 we'll start at. We might jump
Matthew
and hop.
24, 36.
Here we go. This is Christ speaking. This is red writing.
Come on. Matthew 24, verse 36. But of that day.
That what?
But of that day.
But of that day, that perilous day. That perilous day when that storm is going to land. Read that again, Baba Kashar.
But of that day and hour knoweth no man.
No, the Christian pastor knows.
No, not the angels of heaven.
Start again.
Okay.
Pay attention, Mozart. I know you're not too well tonight, but try and stay with me till the end, Baba Kashar, brother.
Verse 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man.
No, but your Islamic imam knows.
But of that day and hour knoweth no man.
No, your Christian pastor knows.
But of that day and hour knoweth no man.
Read.
No, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
There you go. It's a done deal. Only the Most High God knows when that storm's coming. Okay. Not even our King Christ knows. You got something for us, Mozart.
Okay. But you know, for me, I'd like to hurry up, because when you see what the Most High did, right, over the past period from Abraham when he started selecting his people, right, and of all the things that have been happening, he more than deserved the praise. Yeah,
100.
He more than deserved it. So if he hurries it up now and shut off everything tonight, voila, I'll be happy.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Yes. So Mozart can't wait for that final hour and that final day and that final hour. And he speaks for everybody in the ISUPK under the command of General Yohanna. We're all waiting patiently for that day when the sky cracks open and our King returns. We can't wait for that day. We pray that it comes sooner rather than later. But we will stay patient in this truth, and we will stay humble and meek, and we'll keep pushing this truth until that day and that hour comes. And with that, I'm going to call the class. Clap it up. I'm going to hand the class over to Officer Mozart for the security announcements.
Okay. This is a security announcement for ISUPK. A security announcement. We are the ISUPK out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves off the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 verse 21, Malachi 3 verse 8 to 10, means tithes in the Hebrew, Mahishara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. The Lord give you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation.
Oh, the memorial blowing trumpets, the 21st of September.
Announce Holy Convocation from sheet. Remind Achiam and Achiawat to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. And with that, we give one courteous salute to the teacher. Man of Israel, I'm Adiam. I'm Adiam Shabbat. I'm Adiam Barak. Yahaba Shemya Shai Brakta.
Yehovah Shimei Shai Brakadam.
Yazamata.
Do you want to end the stream, Melissa?
Wow.
Intellectual murder people edition. Cock empire full of gun like Remington. Fully charge up, he got to kill a man. Ratty gang, for me gang, pussy run up if you're bad. Kryptonite coming, I do the most fighting at the middle of the night to make the place get nice.